Oh, child. Okay, I'm gonna name this one "Get Your Popcorn." Okay, get your popcorn. So everyone who know me know that I have wild adventures sometimes. The most bizarre, abnormal experiences that you can think of happen to me. Why? I don't know. But baby, June 8th is a day. Get your popcorn. So I've been having a toothache for the past 3 days. Okay. Now, a week ago, I was eating something and I ended up breaking another tooth. I broke a tooth back in November and ended up breaking a tooth a couple weeks ago. I didn't have time to worry about it. Y'all know why. Okay. Yesterday, it started hurting. I didn't care. Okay. So today, it was hurting and I definitely cared. Okay. So around 10 o'clock this morning, I realized I need to call somebody because I need help. Can you say that with me, baby? The tooth was toothing, honey. I needed help. So it's Saturday. I'm calling around, calling my dentist, dental insurer and everything, trying to find out who they can find for me, to somebody. So I messed around and called this number. Don't ask me where I got the number from. You promise? Don't ask me where I got the number from. Okay. So then it said text them back. And I'm like, okay. So I texted people back and they were like, okay, can you come at 6? We'll come into the practice. We'll open for you and see you if you're in that much pain, but you're going to have to pay out of pocket. No problem. Honey, cards ready. Just tell me with the tap, I'm in. Okay, tap me in. Fill out the paperwork and everything. And so the nurse and I got to talking a little bit, and we got a lot of stuff in common, right? So it's now 8 o'clock by the time she stopped talking. Please keep in mind, I am in pain, honey. So I ended up, they took me back. The doctor, he sure enough, he pulled up, honey. He pulled up in his nice little Benz and everything. He came in there. I shot my little mouth up with 3 shots or something. Cause now, right now, I can promise you, I cannot feel the right side of my face, but I do have a washcloth at this time. Okay, to keep wiping, tapping my mouth. So he do all that. He did the X-rays, and he was like, "Listen, it's broken, but it's not to the point you losing it. It's just the nerve is being aggravated right now. So I can do two things for you right now. I can go ahead and pull it, or you can go ahead and get a root canal." And I'm like, I don't care what you got to do, long as you can make my mouth feel like the son of Satan is not torturing me right now. Okay. And he said, well, honestly, with the shots I gave you, I'm going to give you some antibiotics to make sure you don't get no infections or anything. And then when you get back home, you go ahead and get in touch with your dentist and you should be able to get an appointment within the next week. I said, okay. So then I find out that the lady is his wife. The nurse lady is his wife. And I'm like, okay. We get to talking. Honey, they tour me around their massive complex. Honey, they got rooms on rooms, suite on suite on suite on suite on suite on suite. Okay. This joker, I am not exaggerating, has at least 14 suites in that joker. And it is laid, it is laced, it is nice. Please tell me why we end up going in the kitchen. Yeah, I'm way back. They don't walk me way back there to the kitchen. So, child, she done went. They got a whole stove in the kitchen. Let me describe the kitchen for you. The kitchen has a keyboard, an amp, a microphone, bongos, a kitchen table, a stove, a sink, and I forgot to tell you, there's club lights everywhere. Okay, there are like when you sitting in the lobby, there's club lights. Now I'm sitting there filling out the paperwork, wondering to myself, why? are all these club lights floating around, going around like I am in the club or something. I just thought it was weird, but I ain't trip on it because these are two little bitty old people. We back there in the kitchen, we having conversations about the new male birth control, you rub on their shoulders and stuff. Then we got to talking about the dynamics of black men, black women. And then the doctor, he started asking me, he said, so, what are you interested in dating? Because I know a couple friends, they single, you beautiful. What you want to do? And so I kind of told them a little bit, and she was like, she started mentioning these little different people and stuff. She's like, yeah, I think you'll like it. Don't they look good together? All this crazy stuff, right? Baby, I'm sitting there. I've drank cranberry juice, and there was nothing in the cranberry juice. Please keep in mind, my mouth is numb at this time, and the appointment is over. So then they pull out. They asked me, did I want some crab cakes? And I tell them I'm allergic. Now they eating the crab cakes. They eating crab cakes. They getting caramel drizzle mocha ice creams and stuff out of the refrigerator. And then the next thing I know, then they cut the amp on, and then the dentist, the doctor, he go playing on the keyboard, and then it turned into a lounge in the kitchen. They have cut the lights off, and they have these club lights now. She done reached up there on top of the refrigerator, and the lights going and the lights off. She got mad because he had his headlamp on. She said, no. And honey, they are back there, honey. They are swaying. They playing the music. He playing the keyboard. She's singing. Then she switch it up. Now she going into a little bit of spoken word on top of the tray and some saxophones going. Honey, we having a good time again. Do you hear me? Now, at some point, because it's dark in there, my brain finally went off like ding, ding, ding. I hope these people don't kill you. They have walked your behind back here to the very back of this darn building. It's dark in here. There ain't nobody in here allegedly but the three of y'all. She has walked you around here and showed you 14 suites, 2 different lobbies, and nobody in here. And your black behind done let these people walk you back here to this kitchen. They got somebody like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, somebody hidden in this building. They about to kill you. They about to kill you, or they about to human traffic you. You're about to die tonight. Yep, you're not supposed to be at a darn dentist appointment for 5 hours. Okay. Why are you still in here with these people? Why are the lights off? Why is your dumb self sitting back here with these two people? And my brain is racing, and I'm praying at this point to myself. And I'm thinking to myself, now, when you were sitting up there in the darn lobby, you noticed that they had them darn disco lights on. Dentist offices don't have disco lights. You saw them two ginormous behind Panthers or something they had in the middle of the lobby in there. You saw them in there. Dentist offices aren't set up like that. You have just been set up. That they have shot something and they're about to kill you. You're about to black out at any moment, and your dumb behind should have known better. You should have known better. Yeah, a dentist office don't supposed to turn into a lounge. It don't supposed to turn into a club. You're about to die. You are going to die. Your family won't even know how you got killed or how you got kidnapped because your dumb behind thought that you were just going to the dentist. And now you don't even live here no more. So nobody even know where to look for you at. Nobody never heard of this office before. Nobody seen this. You're about to die. You are about to die. You will never see tomorrow. You're never going to see your grandchildren again. You thought you have been having a hard time, but yeah, you're about to die. Yeah, you're going to leave this earth tonight. Because no dentist and his wife walk you to the back and shoot you in your mouth, and then y'all start playing R&B music, reciting black poetry, and snapping your fingers, and y'all, hey, that's not normal. At some point in your brain, you had to notice that this is not normal. You need to go home. You need to figure out how to get out of here. You need to figure out how to get out of here and get back in your darn car and get away from here as quickly as possible. So it is now 10:37, and I started filming this 10 minutes ago. So I literally just walked in here at 10 o'clock. My appointment was at 3. Yes, I have spent the equivalent of almost an entire business day playing around in a dentist's office. The early part of it, talking about all kinds of good stuff, relationships, talking about black relationships, talking about love, talking about families, talking about marriage, all that good stuff. And the actual appointment lasted maybe, hypothetically, at the max, maybe 45 minutes. The rest of the time, I think they were trying to figure out how to harvest my kidneys, how to harvest any other internal organs, and they probably are going to put them on ice in the ice box. They are feeding me that I have a tooth hurting me. Why are they offering you food if they don't plan to kill you? And your crazy self, as usual, you always end up hanging with the weirdest people and going on these adventures, and nobody believes you because this stuff does not happen to everybody else. For whatever reason, there is an invisible mark on my person somewhere in the spiritual realm or another stratosphere that tell all of these obscure, weird people to come hunt me down, come find me, and let's link up. Let's talk, let's hang out. She's down for it, right? And so I am thinking to myself how to get in touch with Lovey, how to get in touch with my boys, how to get in touch with my cousins, what to say to get out of here. I am now conscious enough to start paying attention that there is a back door, there's a door right here. And I'm pretty sure I am strong enough to fight both of them if I have to. And no, you did not bring your heater in here. You left it in the car like a jackass. Uh-huh. You left your heater in the goddamn car because you just thought you were going into the dentist office. So if they kill you, I mean, my brain is going into you can bite them. Your nails are long right now. You used to scoop their eyeballs out. I learned how to scoop eyeballs, so I know to take my index finger, my middle finger, and jab them as hard as I can into your eye sockets until they're pop. I know how to slap your ears so that they start ringing and give you a fist and the elbow to your right cheek. I am getting out of here. I don't care, ma'am. If I have to beat you to a bloody stumping pulp with this chair, I am going to Michael Myers you before you Michael Myers me. I promise you, I am about to know if you bug. I am about to tear the club up. I am going to, I promise, set it off like little boots. I am getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. I am getting out of here by book or by crook. No matter what I do to you, you aren't it because you are not harvesting my organs. They are not going to be on the first thing smoking to some wicked altar or to some underground black market. No, 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 no. You not ask me my blood type. Yeah. I saw the back door. I saw the door and I was counting the number of punches, kicks, gashes, bites I will possibly need to get in. Uh-huh. To get my behind up out of there. This really happened. I don't think y'all see. That's the thing. When stuff like this happen to me, and people don't believe it. And I tell people all the time, I do not go looking for this stuff. I don't. I don't go looking for this stuff. I don't look for these experiences. I don't look for these adventures. They find me. And I'm here to tell you that I'm alive right now because of what? I don't know. But I just had a lounging, spoken word, slam poetry, jazz lounge. Oh, I mean, I can't admit we were vibing. It was a vibe. It was a vibe. I'm not kidding you. It was a vibe. I can't tell you. Now, God is my witness. It was because I had a good time. I was having so much of a good time that eventually my little great little squad was like, hey, sis, woohoo. You came here for tooth pain. You remember? You came in here to get something extracted because your mouth was killing you. Okay. You're supposed to be getting your tooth pulled out, darling. Yeah, you're supposed to get your tooth pulled out. But what are you doing back here? You're at a kitchen table in a dark building. All of the building, as we going through, they cutting off all these freaking lights. And then when they want to play the instruments and they cut the lights off them too. And that's when I knew I have messed up. I'm telling you, all I could hear in my head was day after day, Shanti, Shakana. That's all I could hear. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I knew I was going to be on TV one Monday. Black woman found behind a dumpster. She was sawed in half. She was decapitated, and authorities are trying to figure out who she is. Yeah, her fingers were missing, toes were missing, decapitated, and all of her organs were missing. They're calling her the 2024 Black Dahlia. Torso stuffed with corn hay and corn husk. Authorities are looking, and all we could make out was the shoe. Anybody know this shoe? Okay, that's it. She has no feet, but we do have this pump right here. If anybody has any yes, we found her back here. Authorities said that some kids were playing racquetball or somebody was playing pickleball, and authorities found this black lady. She was severed in half and stuffed with corn husk and newspapers from 1910, and she was decapitated. The torso didn't have no hands, no feet, no head, but we did find this one shoe and a note that said, "Get on your good foot." Really? Okay, honey, baby. And I can tell y'all some stories. People don't believe me when I be telling them this stuff. They be too busy laughing, and I be traumatized, upset, venting. I'm animated because I cannot believe the crap that I get myself into sometimes. My God, I can tell y'all some stories. Y'all would not, you would be like, you did what? So, what I just told you in short, because I have to get off of here. Okay. I went to a dentist appointment and it turned into the club. Say it again, say it with me. She went to the dentist and they ended up having a club in there. Yeah, they sure did, darling. No, really, babe. They did. Yeah. I'm getting off of here because I stayed there having so much fun kikiing. The Novocaine is now wearing off. I think that's what they gave me with all these shots. They gave me three of them. Okay. Three shots in the gum. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah. And but sitting back there at that table, I was like, you know what? I don't know if they giving me. They probably drug your behind up so you don't feel it when they saw you in half. She probably has an axe that's probably taped under this table. And then I started taking my hand and rubbing it under the underside of the table, see if I felt any weapons, guns, knives, axes, anything. I didn't feel anything. But honey, I'm sitting there in the dark, just trying to play like I'm vibing, and I'm sweeping my hand, honey, sweeping my hands, looking, honey. I am trying to feeling, looking, feeling with my hands. I'm looking. See if you got something under here. I'm feeling under the seat, real cool, like yeah. Let me see. Yeah, honey. I had decided I'm gonna bite this dentist in his neck. I am going to either bite him in his face, I'm gonna bite him on his neck. But I'm coming up out of here with DNA. Either way, I'm getting up out of here and I'm going with DNA. Yeah. that happened. Yeah, the Novocaine is wearing off because they kept me there till it wore off, sis. And do you want to know what else? They did not charge me for my appointment. Yeah, who knew? I'm going to bed. My face is hurting. My face is hurting. My tooth is hurting. I'm going to bed. Honey, I could tell y'all some stories throughout my years, but I'm telling you, it never failed that honey, I end up meeting some of the weirdest characters you can think of, and they exist. And I did think to myself, if you get out of here, and if anything happened, you remember these two. You remember these two jokers right here, because there's something come up. They probably working for the mafia or something, and be harvesting organs and stuff. Yeah, the Lord probably led you in here so you can be able to tell the authorities what they be in here doing and where they doing it at. Because I can tell you on everything that I love, honey. I ain't gonna tell that because I forgot. They listen to this darn channel, honey. But I can tell you, I don't know what the gift is called. And you can find out for me. But somehow I be led to stuff that uncovers deep, 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 deep criminal secrets. I'm talking about whatever it is. My little no limit soldiers, honey, they walk me right to it, honey. I mean, people hide stuff so good. I'm telling you, they hide it so good I can't even go back and find it. I promise you. Because I end up being too busy on how you end up seeing that, knowing that. I see stuff on the news and I just be like, yep, I sure knew about that about 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 4 years ago. Yes, honey. Yes, some of the stuff I know about, honey, it come right on the news, and I just be sitting there like, yeah, I knew that, but I sure didn't say nothing to nobody about it. I just end up being like, well, I'm glad they've called them. Yeah, I'm serious. I don't even know what you call that. You can't even call that a premonition, honey. I don't know what you call it. Lord have mercy. I almost got disemboweled, cat to death. People don't jab you all in your darn mouth. You wouldn't even. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, what if whatever they jab you in your mouth with causes you to not be able to scream or nothing, and then they just start hacking your behind all together. You can't even scream. You're gonna die in here in pain, and you won't even be able to scream out in help for help. Hmm. Yeah, but yeah, I left. They wouldn't even take my money. Yeah, that what happened. Can't wait to read your comments, honey. Don't be like me. Don't. Just don't. Just just don't. Good night, darlings. Good night. Lord have mercy. Jesus be offense, honey. Good night, darling.